First, before I get started with this story, I have to shout out two people. First being Coca 2005 for sending me this article, and also True Royal Family because I actually watched her, or should I say listened to her commentary about this before I decided to speak on it myself. In this picture you see a man by the name of Alec Minayason. And on the right is a picture of the van that he was driving. And as you can see, that van is pretty fucked up. And that's because this man plowed through a whole bunch of people, like a lot of people, stretching a mile long, killing 10 people and injuring 15. And that's why his van looks like that. When I tell you he drove like a goddamn bat out of hell, bat shit crazy, I should say. He was driving not only on the street, but he was driving all up on the curb. Like he hit one person and hit another person. I can only imagine how many, like the agony those people were going through. And when I was listening to True Royal's commentary and listening to the news clip, one of the people that they interviewed said he had saw a stroller and it was empty. So my guess is he probably hit a child and killed a child. I don't know what the age ranges were for these people, but I know that that's pretty intense. Now, when I first learned about the story, I immediately thought about what happened. I believe it was last year? It was last year when you had that maniac up in New York who drove through those people in a pickup truck. That was one of the first things that I remembered when I saw this story right here. And when I looked and started listening and everything like that, I said, oh, this guy deserves to be killed. I'm going to say he deserved death for what he did. But of course, that did not happen. Now, do was pull up this other picture. This one right here. Now, look at this. That's the same guy right there. It's kind of blurry, but you can see it. He's pointing something at them. We don't know what it is because the image is kind of fuzzy, but let's just say, hypothetically, it's a gun. Remember, there was a story that came out about 2 weeks ago, also in New York, where you had a black man who was mentally unstable and was pointing a broken shower head at people, and people thought it was a gun. He gets killed on sight. But this guy, he gets arrested after they had a standoff with him. That man was standing there pointing that whatever it was he was pointing, and they didn't really specify what it was, at the cops, and all that happens to him is he gets arrested. But that black man gets killed. Even in Toronto, even though Toronto is a part of North America, it is its own separate country from the U.S. White privilege is flourishing. Now, what's so interesting about this is you will have white people that would tell black people, and even the co-colonizer, meaning your coons and all other non-black people of color, who will say, oh, we just need to comply. We just need to follow the rules and nothing bad will happen to us. Do y'all realize that every time they say something like that, at least 5 incidents involving their white ass pops up of them doing the complete opposite of what they tell us to do? That's why I don't listen to them. They are not the owner of a moral compass because they don't follow a moral code the damn selves. The only code they follow is the one of so-called white supremacy. And I say it's so-called because I don't see how any group of people could be that damn supreme and be that fucking weak, especially on the genetic side. Now, I bet you they won't talk about this, but then again, they might. And the reason why I say that is because of his name. His name is Alec Minayason. If you look at him, they're going to declare him that he's not white because he doesn't look like your typical white guy. When they think of white people, they think blonde hair, blue eyes. Anything other than that, they are quick to dig deep as far as they can to try to maneuver their way out of calling that person white. They did the same thing with Nicholas Cruz and the most recent shooter in Florida with that school shooting. They're going to do the same thing with him. And he has the name and the descriptive to line right on up with their narrative. I'm telling you right now. And they're going to throw the mental illness card on him. Why? Because this guy plowed through all those people. If they throw the mental illness card on him, at this point, I'm declaring his ass white. I'm already declaring him white right now, but if they throw that on him, I'm declaring him white. Now, something else came out, and it was saying that one of the cops, who was, I guess, the arresting officer, who is in, I'm guessing in this image right here, they hailed him a hero. I'm trying to figure out why. Reason being is y'all let that man have a fucking standoff with you after he just ran through 10 people, killing them and injuring 15 others, and you didn't take him out. Black people wouldn't even have a chance in hell of doing an ounce of what this man did, and they would be shot dead on sight. See, this is exactly why I say this is white people's karma right here. This is white people's karma coming back to bite them in the ass. They are going to be the ones that's going to have to deal with the consequences of these actions. Another thing that this reminds me of, that damn Ethan Couch, Affluent's boy, stole his parents' vehicle, went joyriding, went and stole liquor while underage, got drunk, and plowed through and killed 4 people. Slap on the wrist. Goes to Mexico with his mom, breaks probation, comes back and goes to jail for 2 years, but not because of the crime he committed, but because he broke probation, and now he's out of jail. He just got out of jail like earlier this month. It's only a matter of time before he does something stupid again. It's either going to cost more lives or possibly even his. If it costs him his life, good riddance. Because he's a little menace in his damn self. And like I said, they're not going to call him a terrorist. And when I was listening to the video that Troy was playing, they said they haven't ruled out terrorism yet. That's another reason why I'm declaring him a white guy, because they will not call white men or white people terrorists. So in my eyes, this Alek Minassian, while he may not have your typical white person name, and I'm saying white, quote unquote, American name, even though he's from Canada, I deem him a colonizer. There, I said it. And I also put out, you know what? I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm going to save that one for later. But that's really all I have to say about this. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. And I'll talk to you in the next one.